Welcome to Who Put This On, Season 3, Episode 50-Addendum, where I'm the host, Chris Lorenz, and
Brian Houston.
We're going to end the discussion on the worst show of Season 3 with our seventh person being the tiebreaker between Opposite Worlds, Feed Famous, and Crisley Knows Best. So, Brian, your opinion is worth a lot here.
Thank you.
I need it.
Honestly, I don't know why there's anything else in contention. It's got to be Crisley Knows Best.
Thank you. By far the worst show.
So I had to go and watch Feed Famous. And okay, let me say this. I think that everybody is probably on point, that everybody's annoying on there.
Yeah. But it's not a good show, but it's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just blah.
And it's forever ruined my YouTube stream. Thank you.
Are you stuck in the Feed Famous loop?
It keeps suggesting it to me.
Man, you gotta remove your suggestions there, Brian.
I just gotta burn my Google account.
Yeah, just get a new one.
No, I also tried to go back and watch another episode of Crisley Knows Best, and I made it 2 minutes. It wasn't good.
It's so hard to describe how bad Crisley Knows Best is. Can you tell me?
It's more fake than the Feed Famous show. Everybody's just so fake on there.
It is just it's fake, but it's also bad acting.
Yeah.
And it's just about stuff you just don't give a fuck about.
No, it was totally fake and totally hammed up by the producers. I hated every second of that.
So there you have it. We have Jersey Shore Family Vacation, best show of season 3. And we have Crisley Knows Best, worst show of season 3. Thank you, Brian. And that was our short addendum for our season 3 finale. And we'll see you guys shortly.
The mics are hot.
Okay. We've got some arguments.
We have an addendum to the addendum.
Annabeth's in the room. She has an argument with our addendum. So here's the addendum to the addendum. Annabeth, bring up your argument.
Okay. Chris, you introduced Brian as our tiebreaker, but Brian only watched 2 of the 3 shows that were in contention for the worst show of the season. Opposite Worlds did not get its fair shake. It was a very bad show. I don't know if this was a fair tiebreaker.
Okay.
This is James, and I 100% agree. This is total bullshit. Brian has to clearly watch Opposite Worlds.
Well, that's not true. That's not
Definitely.
true.
You have to see all of the shit to determine the worst shit.
I've seen it all.
Oh.
But you're not the
I've seen it all.
Chris, you're not the tiebreaker. Brian is the official tiebreaker.
Counterpoint, you didn't really sell me on how bad Opposite Worlds was. There was a lot more selling on Feed Famous.
Hey, Opposite Worlds speaks for itself. It
So,
is a masterpiece of horror.
I'm just saying, look at this. If we had 7 people on the podcast who were doing the finale, there would have been 3 people with Crisley Knows Best as the worst. That's why it's a tiebreaker. He didn't have to watch Feed Famous. He just did it.
That's a fair point. I got to give him that. That's a strong argument because I had also not seen the other shit.
Let's hear from Max.
You haven't watched Feed Famous. How do you know Feed Famous is better than your show?
I don't know if it is.
Because I've watched both.
I just think the tiebreaker should watch all the shows. I just don't think it's a fair
agree.
tiebreaker.
Why are you trying to make Brian suffer?
Why?
Poor Brian.
Why poor Brian here?
Brian
You had
is
to
the
watch
worst
Feed
loser here.
Famous. Then you're going to make him watch Opposite Worlds too? At least Feed Famous is only 15 minutes.
Are you saying you're applying different rules to him just because he's adding in a couple weeks later?
He's coming in at the end as a decider, as a judge who's going to weigh on
The
this
world's not
decision
fair.
between these 3.
The world's not fair. You have to get used to that.
That's not true. He's just coming in as the 7th person as the tiebreaker. If he chose a different show as his worst show, which I would have encouraged him not to do, we would have still been in the same problem.
Yeah.
We would have had to have a different addendum show.
Hey, very fair, but we got to figure something out.
We got to give
The status still stands. Maybe Brian will give an update if he watches Opposite Worlds, but for now, Crisley Knows Best, worst show of season 3.
I guess I have to watch it now.
We're gonna end the addendum to the addendum.